I'm Lee Morris.
And I'm Patrick Hall.
Together we created Fstoppers.com, and we have teamed up with Elia Liccardi to create the most in-depth tutorial on all things landscape and cityscape photography.
Join us as we take you behind the scenes and around the world to over 7 unique countries in our quest to find the perfect landscape photographs. In this episode, we face a rainy departure to New Zealand. Elia is stalked by a mysterious animal at night, and we photograph one of the most beautiful locations in the entire tutorial.
Australia, about to connect finally to New Zealand, and this is one of those really cute airports where you just get to walk out on the tarmac until it's pissing down rain outside.
Shoes are good. My shoes are good.
Dude, my shoes are made of like cloth.
It's like ShamWow material. It's meant to like pull the water away and into the shoe.
I'm already getting soaking wet. No! I guess it's my turn now. Let's see if Patrick can push this thing.
Oh.
Let's do a figure 8. Do a figure 8. So this is our first day in New Zealand, and you guys may have realized that my beard is quite a bit longer, and that's because we are filming this tutorial and project completely out of order. We did start in Iceland, but we're actually filming 2 separate individual tutorials, one on landscape photography and one on cityscape photography. So we started the landscape photography tutorial in Iceland. We traveled all through Europe and Asia, hitting a bunch of different locations, and now we're in New Zealand to finish up both tutorials at the exact same time. So we've just signed the paperwork for the rental car. It was 4,000 Australian dollars. I think that's like over 3,000 US dollars for this van for less than a month. However, they gave us this. This is a competition. The best photo we upload to their website gets the rental car for free. So now we gotta win this. There's absolutely no reason that we should not win this.
So this is the van that we got. The problem is, although it holds a lot of people, it's kind of all that it holds.
Okay. So, a van you would expect the seats would lay down. I mean, generally.
They look like they do.
They look like they do, but
Or they lean back.
They lean back, not.
Well, they don't.
Forward.
They don't really even lean back.
No, they don't.
They just go forward.
That's like the shittiest recline ever.
Where are we right now? We're here in Christchurch.
We're in Christchurch now, getting the rental car or van or whatever the hell it is, all squared away. And then today we drive into Arthur's Pass. We're actually staying in Arthur's Pass. After that, we drive up to the coast and we go back and forth from Greymouth down. There's some amazing rocks that I can't pronounce correctly.
On the way to our first hotel, we decided to pull over on the side of the road and get some B-roll shots. We got some really nice shots with the drone. We were also able to do a little bit of hiking as well.
This is what we do in New Zealand. Day 1 with Fstoppers, we terrify defenseless creatures.
By the time we got to our hotel, it was very late at night, and I realized that we were in the middle of nowhere. And the hotel was not quite as nice as the Icelandic hotels that we are accustomed to. So we've just gotten to our hotel, and we drove 2 hours outside. We're like in the middle of nowhere right now. And the power is out in this hotel. 50 megabytes of internet. And then
Elia had a close encounter.
I was like hearing like scratch, scratch, scratch behind me, and I turned around, there's a big ass bird. So I started chasing it, started running from me. And I figured like, all right, it can't be a Kia, so I started chasing it more aggressively to see if it could fly away. It didn't fly away. No, just like it's one of those wingless birds.
Wingless bird? What are you talking about?
I don't know if such a thing.
They don't. Okay, he's got like
a little penguin?
Right.
You just ran across Sasquatch or something.
Turkey Sasquatch.
So Elia has gotten me out of bed to come chase a bird outside in the dark. He said a wingless bird with nubs for arms, and it's huge. Sounds like some sort of ghost to me. It's under the van. There he is. Yes. What is that? He just jumped out. Get him. Why doesn't he fly? So we've been told stories of these Kias. Whoa. They're apparently one of the smartest animals in the world.
But wait a minute. He snuck up on me. Like he was trying to get in the van. I turned around and he was like, shit, there's a bird right next to me.
The guy we rented this van from was telling me the story about he rents RVs. The bird goes in the RV, opens the fridge, and then starts eating the food out of it.
What if I locked the kid? I didn't know. He'd eat all of our shit.
Yes.
So after battling the small green monster, we decided to move on and prepare for our first day of shooting in New Zealand.
So tomorrow we're going to the beach. It's apparently very rocky and treacherous, so he says we need water shoes. I thought when I turned 5 years old, I would never need water shoes again, but here we go.
Oh yeah. Wow, that actually works. I prefer that size.
Okay.
That's the one you have?
So we've just walked out here 1 or 2 miles, it wasn't too far. But here comes the rain. And we don't have any sort of protection at all from the rain. Found some shelter.
Yeah. Everything we've been doing so far, like in Iceland, it was easy. We drive right in and nothing was too difficult. So the day it snowed was just cold. But this is what we usually have to deal with everywhere we go to get shots, so.
Yeah. All right, so the shot we need is out there on those little rocks right out there. It's really cool. There's starfish and mussels. The problem is as you can see, you got to go through the water. So I just went out there and went waist deep to get out there. And it's interesting. This is a really amazing location, but it's the type of place that looks awesome in person, but not very good for photography and video.
After a long hike in and a few hours of looking around, we finally decided to bail on this entire location. We knew that we were going to have to come back and time the sunrise with the perfect tide to get the shot that we wanted, and we realized it probably wasn't going to be possible. So this shot and this location never actually made it to the tutorial.
Should have worn shorts. This is not a day to wear jeans.
Even though our spirits were a little broken after a failed attempt to photograph the Motukiki rocks, the afternoon sunset was looking a lot more promising, so we headed down the road just a few miles to Punakaiki, also known as the Pancake Rocks.
Naomi, what are you trying to accentuate on his face?
She's making me HD ready. You guys don't pick clothing for them or anything like that. Some of the people do look really ridiculous in your video.
Yeah, he's talking about you, Mike Kelly.
I'm not talking about you.
That's the only video he's seen, Mike Kelly. He's talking about you.
I actually was talking about you, Mike. I'm sorry.
So we have a bit of a strange situation here. We're in an absolutely amazing location. Beautiful area. I think this is called the Pancake Rocks. And we're not really sure what the lesson should be because we just got done with Iceland. We kind of learned the basics there. We want to do something a little bit more complicated now. And although this is amazing to look at, we're trying to think, do we need each picture to have a very specific lesson, or is it just good enough that this is an awesome location and we're going to Photoshop it a little bit differently?
This lesson ended up being one of the most frantic to film because we kept changing our direction over and over and over again, and the sun was setting so quickly. But I'm happy to say that we came up with a great lesson where Eli was shooting directly into the sun, and he showed some techniques on how he mitigates the lens flare caused by direct sunlight.
We tried to refilm the entire segment, change the lesson, and I don't know what his pictures look like yet, but the behind the scenes stuff, the stuff that I was shooting with my camera of him, it looks amazing.
And I'm shooting 9 bracketed exposures. So I'm gonna do my 9 right now. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 at f11. And the 9 is to cover the low end because I wanna get the sun as small as possible. Problem is, when I do that, the sun is leaving a massive glare on the frame, because basically the glare happens because the sun is hitting the glass on the front of the lens. So what I'm gonna do is cover the sun, and on the back of my camera I can actually see that it's cleaned up all that glare, and I'm gonna shoot those brackets again. Now I know this seems a little bit funny, like it's kind of a silly solution, but this will remove all of the glare from the sun because I'm blocking that glare hitting the front of the glass.
After failing miserably with our morning shoot, we were really excited to have an incredible sunset. The footage we were able to capture was just unbelievable, and Eli was able to teach a very unique lesson. Join us next week when we head to Lake Matheson, which proves to be one of the most difficult shooting conditions yet, and Lee has a brush with disaster.
That is currently the sound of the DJI Phantom. I think I might have finally broken it.
To learn more about this entire photography tutorial, head over to fstoppers.com/Eli Liccardi.